You won't believe the storm Johnny Depp has stirred this time. From Hollywood's bright lights to whispers behind closed doors, his latest projects are sending shockwaves through fans, critics, and even his own circle. Emotions ran high, alliances were tested, and loyalties questioned. Everyone is watching, and no one is safe from the fallout. You would think that after years in the spotlight, Johnny Depp's name alone would settle any storm, but his latest projects are proving that nothing in Hollywood comes quietly. From the moment he announced his involvement in the new indie film and his surprise collaborations with streaming giants, whispers began to swirl. Fans are shocked, critics are divided, and insiders are spilling secrets that nobody saw coming. It all started with a simple press release, but what unfolded next was pure chaos. The industry, usually a tight-lipped machine, was suddenly buzzing with rumors of tension on set. One crew member reportedly said, "I've never seen Johnny so intense, so protective of his vision. It's like he's rewriting the rules as we speak." And the family? The family was left divided. Some close friends worried that these projects could tarnish the carefully rebuilt image he's worked so hard to maintain, while others were convinced that this is the reinvention of a lifetime. It all hit a boiling point during the first table read. Emotions ran high when an unexpected actor joined the cast, someone who allegedly had a past confrontation with Johnny during another production. Sources claimed the room was electric with tension. You could feel the air crackle with anticipation. One assistant whispered, "I thought I was going to witness a fight," and the confrontation, though subtle, was palpable. Johnny, ever the professional, kept his composure, but the glances exchanged were enough to send social media into a frenzy. Fans caught wind of behind-the-scenes clips, snippets of dialogue rehearsals, and suddenly, every post became a headline. Johnny Depp's temper on set? Some asked, is he finally snapping? Others wondered. The narrative escalated rapidly, fueled by fans who were both worried and thrilled. Then came the creative disagreements. According to insiders, Johnny insisted on a unique approach to his character, one that challenged the director's original vision. Heated debates went on for hours, sometimes spilling into late-night sessions that left the crew exhausted and emotionally drained. One cinematographer revealed, "We all admired his passion, but you could feel the tension. Johnny doesn't just act, he embodies, and sometimes that shakes everyone around him." Arguments flared over scene direction, costume choices, and even lighting. Johnny's dedication was unwavering, but it created a divide between team members who felt his methods were too unconventional. Yet, others argued that this was exactly what made him a legend. It wasn't just acting, it was creating art in real time, and the stakes were higher than ever. Fans, of course, were split. Social media erupted with debates about whether Johnny's choices were genius or reckless. Memes circulated showing his intense expressions juxtaposed with dramatic captions. Twitter threads ran wild, with one particularly viral post claiming, "Johnny Depp is breaking the mold and breaking hearts at the same time." Fan clubs created polls, and the debate turned global. Not only did viewers question his choices, but they also scrutinized every public appearance, interview, and social media post. Some fans felt personally invested, defending him like a warrior, while others questioned if he was pushing too far. The emotional roller coaster wasn't contained to the internet, even Hollywood insiders couldn't stop talking. Amid this whirlwind, family dynamics added another layer of drama. Reportedly, a close relative expressed concern over the intensity of his current projects, fearing burnout and emotional strain. During a private conversation, one friend overheard the exchange, "Johnny, you can't keep sacrificing yourself for every project. People need to see the man behind the myth." Johnny, as expected, reassured them with his signature calm but firm tone, "I have to do this. This is who I am. If I don't push, who will?" It was a defining moment, personal loyalty clashing with professional ambition. The conversation, though private, eventually leaked to gossip columns, further fueling the public's fascination with his life. Emotions ran high, trust was tested, and the family's unity seemed fragile under the intense media microscope. Then, an unexpected twist emerged. Rumors began circulating that one of his projects was being influenced by a secretive, controversial figure in Hollywood. Whispers suggested behind-the-scenes power plays, with executives allegedly trying to control aspects of the film's narrative and even Johnny's role. According to insiders, meetings grew tense, with subtle threats and pointed remarks exchanged. One anonymous source revealed, "Johnny was not having it. He's not someone you can control. You either follow his vision or step aside." Tensions escalated to the point where assistants reportedly had to mediate between production staff and Johnny himself, ensuring that conflicts didn't explode on camera. The drama wasn't scripted, it was real, and it made every day on set unpredictable. While the media tried to spin the narrative as a simple creative clash, the reality was far more layered. Johnny's dedication to authenticity clashed with corporate expectations, fan pressures, and personal stakes. Every choice he made, whether in acting, producing, or public appearances, was dissected, analyzed, and shared. Some fans found inspiration in his fearlessness, praising him for taking risks, while others worried that this relentless pursuit of perfection could lead to isolation. Inside the studio, even minor comments became loaded with tension. One producer admitted, "You could hear a pin drop every time he entered the room." Everyone knew something big was happening, and indeed, something big was unfolding, a slow-burning story of ambition, loyalty, and human vulnerability. Then came the public reveal of his first project in this new wave of work. Trailers dropped, screenshots leaked, and social media exploded. Reactions were instantaneous. Shock, awe, confusion, and adoration all collided in a single digital storm. Fans dissected every scene, debating subtle nuances and hidden messages. Some claimed that the project was autobiographical, a reflection of Johnny's journey through Hollywood's chaos. Others believed it was a daring statement about artistry and personal freedom. Johnny remained silent publicly, letting the work speak for itself, but those close to him knew the toll it had taken. Late nights, emotional arguments, and relentless pressure had left him exhausted yet resolute. Friends recounted heated discussions that happened over coffee, during walks, even in private moments on set. One longtime collaborator confessed, "We had to remind him to eat, to rest, to breathe. His mind is always 10 steps ahead." It's exhilarating but terrifying. Johnny's attention to detail, insistence on emotional truth, and willingness to confront uncomfortable realities made him both revered and feared. Crew members who once doubted him admitted that watching him work was like witnessing a master at his craft, every decision calculated, every emotion genuine. Yet, the most explosive moment came when a leaked conversation between Johnny and a co-star made its way online. Fans analyzed it endlessly. Subtle sarcasm, unspoken tension, and the undercurrent of mutual respect all became talking points. The comment section erupted with speculation. Are they feuding? Is this chemistry or conflict? Johnny's energy is unmatched, but at what cost? The leak, intentional or accidental, only heightened intrigue. People couldn't get enough of the behind-the-scenes drama, the real-life tension that rivaled any scripted Hollywood thriller. Add to this the social media storms that followed every public appearance, press tour, and interview. Johnny's gestures, word choices, and even fashion decisions were scrutinized for hidden meanings. Fans crafted elaborate theories connecting his latest roles to his personal journey, relationships, and struggles. Hashtags trended, interviews were dissected, and podcasts dedicated entire episodes to analyzing his every move. The intensity of fan engagement reached a level rarely seen in Hollywood. Emotions ran high, opinions clashed, and online communities divided. And yet, through all the chaos, Johnny remained focused. His drive to create meaningful, unforgettable work never wavered. Personal conflicts, family concerns, and public scrutiny didn't deter him. If anything, they fueled his creativity. The first act of his new project wrapped with an unexpected twist that shocked even the crew. A scene that was rewritten multiple times, debated heatedly, and almost cut entirely ended up being hailed as the emotional climax. One crew member described it as a perfect storm of chaos and genius. The emotional toll was undeniable, but the payoff was monumental. But the story doesn't end there. Reports surfaced that one of his projects could spark industry-wide debates over creative control, actor influence, and ethical decision-making on set. Hollywood insiders speculated about the implications, and fans speculated even more. The tension between artistic integrity and commercial pressures became a narrative in itself, adding layers of drama to an already sensational story. Johnny Depp's recent projects weren't just films, they were lightning rods for controversy, innovation, and emotion. As the world watched, every moment became a headline. Paparazzi snapshots, social media posts, and interviews were scrutinized, yet the man at the center of it all remained enigmatic. Johnny's focus on authenticity, his willingness to confront both internal and external conflicts, and his dedication to his craft transformed how people saw him, not just as a movie star, but as a complex, passionate, and often misunderstood artist. The stakes were high, the drama real, and the story far from over. As filming progressed, the intensity on set only escalated. Johnny Depp's commitment to perfection pushed everyone to their limits. Late nights turned into early mornings, arguments became more heated, and whispered confrontations evolved into full-blown debates. One assistant revealed, "I've worked on dozens of films, but this was different. It wasn't just about acting, it was about emotion, control, and truth." Johnny demanded it all, and sometimes it broke us. The energy was electric, a constant mix of anticipation and anxiety, leaving everyone wondering how much more tension they could handle. Then came a public event that changed everything. A promotional interview went viral, not for the usual reasons but because Johnny, in a rare unscripted moment, revealed his frustrations with the industry's restrictions. "I've always believed in the story first," he said, his voice steady but filled with an intensity that left hosts momentarily stunned. The comments sparked heated debates online. Fans were divided. Some applauded his honesty, calling him a fearless visionary, while others criticized him for arrogance. The ripple effect reached industry insiders who began to question their own methods of controlling talent. Emotions ran high, and the family, who had watched quietly from the sidelines, felt both pride and fear. Inside the crew, personal conflicts mirrored the public drama. One actor, who had initially clashed with Johnny over creative differences, reportedly came to a startling realization. "I underestimated him," they admitted. Every heated word, every disagreement, it was all about bringing the best version of the story to life. "Johnny wasn't attacking me, he was pushing me." The transformation wasn't instant, but over weeks of filming, tensions eased, replaced by mutual respect. Yet, the pressure cooker environment left its mark. People cried, yelled, and sometimes walked off set in frustration. The family watched from afar, sending supportive messages, while fans speculated endlessly about what was happening behind closed doors. As production neared its climax, an unexpected betrayal threatened to derail everything. An executive, reportedly concerned about the film's unconventional approach, attempted to force changes to key scenes. The revelation sent shockwaves through the set. Johnny, usually composed, confronted the executive directly. In a private exchange that later leaked online, he reportedly said, "This is my life's work. You don't get to rewrite my story." The confrontation became instant fodder for tabloids, online forums, and social media debates. The crew was divided, some feared repercussions, others cheered quietly. It was a high-stakes standoff, and emotions ran higher than ever. Amid this chaos, Johnny's personal life intertwined with professional drama. A close family member, previously hesitant to comment publicly, finally spoke out. "He's always been relentless," they said, "but this time, it's different. The projects he's choosing, they're personal, transformative. We worry, yes, but we're also in awe." Fans, ever watchful, latched onto the quote, dissecting it for clues about hidden struggles, potential conflicts, and emotional battles. The narrative became layered. It wasn't just about filmmaking, it was about a man confronting his past, his identity, and the world's expectations. Then came a dramatic twist that no one saw coming. A leaked clip from a rehearsal showed Johnny improvising a scene that was supposed to be scripted. The change added raw, unexpected emotion, leaving everyone on set stunned. One crew member described the moment, "You could feel the energy shift. The entire room was holding its breath. It was chaotic, yes, but brilliant." The clip went viral, and fans were divided once again. Some hailed him as a genius, while others worried about the unpredictability he brought to productions. Emotions ran high across social media, with hashtags trending for days. As the premiere approached, the stakes climbed even higher. Fans speculated about every aspect, the casting choices, the storyline, and even Johnny's personal motivations. Industry insiders whispered about the potential for awards recognition, while others hinted at ongoing conflicts that could affect the film's reception. One former collaborator said, "I've never seen anything like it. He's rewriting the rules, challenging everyone to think differently about film and celebrity." The combination of tension, anticipation, and admiration created a perfect storm, ensuring that every move Johnny made was under scrutiny. During the red carpet, emotions reached a fever pitch. Photographers captured every glance, every gesture, and every subtle reaction. Interviews were charged with unspoken tension. One journalist noted, "You could see it in his eyes: pride, exhaustion, defiance. He's a man who has weathered storms and come out on the other side, but this was different." This was raw, unfiltered. Fans erupted online, analyzing every second of coverage. Memes, reactions, and theories flooded social media, amplifying the intensity of the narrative. Yet, the most dramatic moment came after the premiere. An unexpected review praised the film's emotional depth, citing Johnny's performance as transformative and hauntingly authentic. Other critics, however, focused on the behind-the-scenes conflicts, framing the story as a battle between artistic freedom and corporate control. The dual narrative, of triumph and turmoil, captivated audiences worldwide. Fans debated fiercely, insiders shared additional details, and the family, watching quietly, grappled with pride and anxiety. Emotions ran high, with every conversation echoing the tension from the set itself. As the awards season loomed, whispers of nominations and accolades intensified. Some insiders suggested that the film could redefine Johnny's career, marking a rebirth in the public eye. Others speculated about continued personal and professional conflicts, hinting at more drama to come. One close friend admitted he's walking a tightrope balancing passion, family, and expectations. Every decision is scrutinized, and yet he moves forward with confidence. It's inspiring, but exhausting just to watch. Fans were glued to every update, every snippet, every interview, analyzing and debating endlessly. Throughout all of this, Johnny maintained his enigmatic presence. Despite leaks, rumors, and public scrutiny, he continued to focus on his craft, letting his performances speak louder than words. Fans were captivated by the dichotomy, the man behind the myth, the genius at work, the drama unfolding in real time. Every scene, every decision, every confrontation became a part of the larger narrative. It was more than a career, it was a spectacle, a story of resilience, creativity, and the human spirit. Even after the final credits rolled, the drama continued. Behind-the-scenes stories emerged, revealing moments of tension, collaboration, and unexpected kindness. Crew members recounted how Johnny went out of his way to support struggling actors, how he mediated conflicts, and how he poured himself into every detail. Fans, meanwhile, speculated endlessly about future projects, personal motivations, and the next chapter in his career. The narrative was far from over, and emotions continued to run high. And as the dust settled, one thing became clear: Johnny Depp's recent projects had not only changed how people saw him, they had transformed the conversation around artistry, ambition, and personal integrity. The public, the industry, and even his family were left grappling with the complexity of the man behind the legend. The stakes, the drama, and the emotion were still unfolding, leaving everyone watching, waiting, and wondering what would happen next. So here's where we leave it. Johnny Depp's journey isn't just about films, it's about passion, conflict, and reinvention. The drama, the arguments, the unexpected twists, they've changed how the world sees him, but the story isn't over. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think he's a fearless genius or a man pushing too far? Comment your thoughts below, hit that like button if you're shocked by these revelations, and don't forget to subscribe for more insider drama. Stay tuned, because with Johnny Depp, the next twist is always around the corner.